Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Unplanned Victory. Um, well, today I am going to try Forza Horizon 6. I want to adjust my steering wheel, like I did in Forza Motorsport. Now, the one issue that I have with Horizon 6 so far is that, yes, control. This is definitely a gamepad controller-friendly game. There's a lot more. It's a lot easier to correct and oversteer in with the gamepad, at least in my case. And I'm going to try to adjust the steering wheel so that way I can get the same use out of it. Now, the settings in Motorsport is a little bit different than the settings in here, at least best I can tell. So we are going to try the exact same thing. We're going to start game, and, then we're going to go to settings and see what we can get done. I'm thinking that maybe the sensitivity first. I don't know. We'll see. We need to pick a track though, preferably a short one, and then we'll go there. Let me get my driving sandals on. All right. We'll get a nice base stock car to race on. Um, in this case, we're gonna do an all-wheel drive, so that way we can have preference between front rotational force and back rotational force, and we can adjust it accordingly. So let's go to my cars. I've been working some of these up, but we want an all-wheel drive, right? So let's go to filter. Let's go to all-wheel drive and toggle. We don't have that. Okay, back. These are all my all-wheel drive vehicles, and we want something that will, well, preferably slide a little bit. We can always try a D100. Yeah, I got that making deliveries. Earn some money. Now a Golf R. Now that's interesting. I think it's common B600. I don't think it's been tuned. I think that's going to give us enough slide and enough control to have consistent times and turns, so that way we can see if we have an improvement or not. So let's get in car. And then our first test is going to be, of course, with a gamepad. So let's go to drive. And then we're going to go to the map and pick a small little beginner course. Something that won't take too much time. I'm going to try to keep this video a little short as I talk through it. Now, of course, these videos don't come really that edited. So let's set our course to the closest short track. How long is this track? Street racing, those are always fun. Well, but I want just regular clear weather, nice little track. That looks like a pretty simple one. A lot of left turns, a few rights. Mm, S1 800 restricted. No, I don't want that. I want kind of a free for all. So let's see here. We want it kind of short too. Ooh, looks like that might be pretty short. Hey, 700 supercars. Nope, I don't want supercars. Let's see here. See, retro sports cars. It's not really a retro, it's a golf. We can also do rally, I guess. Rally's fun. Okay, well let's just go to filter because right now my filters are messed up. Let's go to all, and then let's unselect all, and let's go to dirt race events. Hmm, what about rally? I got it specifically rally. I guess that would be dirt. Okay, and back. There we go. That looks like a fairly short course. Modern rally cars. I bet we could probably get the golf in there. So let's go ahead and fast travel there, save some time. Okay. Now, why rally versus on-road? Well, the steering wheel is going to be very slippery, no matter what I do here. Where's the event? It should be right on top of it. Where's that? All right. fast travel me there. I'm going to turn the music off real quick. Alright, now let's get into it. Looks like a fairly short course. Oh, championship. Oh, well, yeah, I'll come back and do it later. It's fine. Okay, these are my choices. Great. Well, let's go with, sure, B600. Let's see how this is going to do. STI, see these, man, I remember these were all over the road at one time. Very inspired by speed. Alright. Now, this first run is going to be with my controller, so we're just going to see how we do. I'm going with the first person view here. There we go, a little slippery there, but I didn't want to make contact with other cars. Just force of habit with motorsport. I don't like running into cars if I don't got to. Try to keep it clean. About as clean as it is off-road and slippery. See, I see. It's so easy to correct an oversteer here. It is just, uh, it just takes so much effort with the steering wheel. Don't get me wrong, I love the steering wheel. I love the way it feels. It's very immersive. But I would also like to get the same times. Alright, there we go. There we go. Nice. On the flag. Not really gaining on him. I think I got the AI skill level set to average. You know, as I'm learning the game, of course. I don't think this car is tuned. I think I may come B600. So there's always some corrections you can do here. Okay, cut that corner in. Clean pass, still on the first lap. Good. AI has been playing very friendly. Usually not that friendly. Okay. I've seen this AI do some crazy. Oh, that was me talking. Yep, he definitely had the brakes on. My bad. Sorry about that. All right, come on. Did I hit the flag? Yes. All right. Oh, no, you're on the inside, aren't you? Don't lock up on me. Dude, you're gonna have to back off. Thank you. All right, second lap. 3 more to go. Well, so far I'm doing very well with the controller. No spin outs, no. Just muscle memory. It's just I don't know how to explain it. You know, you you just feel the slide, you brake, you know the slide's coming, and then you correct, and it's like boom, you got instant grip again. It's so easy. And I think for this recording I'm going to leave the hands up so that way you can see my hands on the steering wheel and how I'm controlling it with the controller. Okay, I'm going to slip by you. You're going to slow down. There you go. Nice clean pass, I think. Alright. Now this car could definitely be tuned to go faster. I do not see me doing so well with a racing simulator. I mean the racing wheel. Yeah, the racing wheel is not going to be able to win this course. But we're going to try again until we get similar times. Oh no, I have to rewind. Yes, I have rewind turned off in motorsport, but I'm going to use it here. I am not starting this race over. That's our little love tap there. Sorry about that. Now I could be completely aggressive against this AI and use them as, to help me slow down, but it's not really fair. I haven't really played multiplayer racing in, I don't know, over a decade, and I just don't want to get in the habit of wrecking the AI because, you get into a player race, and that's typically frowned upon. As a matter of fact, it's quite bannable in some games. I'm not entirely sure about Forza. Like I said, I haven't really done online play, and I'm not planning on to anytime soon until my skills get better. That car was definitely evenly matched. Now, of course, I would probably be dead last if the AI were set to harder. A lot of wasted effort in turning there. Probably could have done that a little cleaner. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, there we go. Cut right in the inside. Boom, flag. All right. And finish. Let's do the sliding finish. Whee. All right. I like that. All right. So what was my time? My best lap was 136.7. Excuse me. So now let's go to continue and let's see here. Yep, yep. That's a silly pose. Boom, 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 boom. I, you get these wheel spins in this game, and I don't know what it is. I never really get anything good. I mean, I did get a fairly white dress though. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with that, but anyways. So let's go to back, and I should be right at where I started. Awesome. Yes, it's right there. Let's turn and start the race. There we go. Okay, now the difference in this particular one now what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings. So let's go to settings. And the same thing, we're going to go to advanced controls. And over here, this is for my steering wheel, right? Or is this for my controller? Let's not get confused the two. Is this for my controller? Input mapping, advance. Hmm. Okay, so I think, yep. Okay, so now I have my controller on and I need to disconnect my gamepad. It's gonna be kind of tricky. Okay, I'm just gonna plug it. There we go. Controller disconnected. Beautiful. Now we don't have to worry about the controller interfering with the settings. Now let's press A. And then go to advanced controls. There we go. You see how the options are different. Now this is my steering wheel setup. Now we're going to go to restore defaults. Okay, so now we're to restore defaults, and we're going to slowly work on this on what we want, just like we did in Forza Motorsport, which actually worked out fairly well. Now I do remember the steering linearity being an issue. Higher value provides more accuracy. Their furlock with less accuracy. Their 50% is linear mapping. This setting maps between input steering. Yeah, see, I want a little bit more accuracy towards the center. So we're going to lower that one just like we did before. And we're going to try doing the similar settings we did with the Forza Motorsport. We're not going to worry about the dead zones too much. Yeah, well, I don't really use the clutch yet. I'm still practicing. Yeah, but still, I think anything over 5 is a little high there. Don't really use the e-brake. If I did, I would probably use a lever on the joystick on the steering wheel. But vibration scaling, that's fine. Force feedback. So this setting, dynamic force feedback, strength of your steering wheel. The larger the value, the more aligned torque. I think the torque was fine for Forza Motorsport at default at 1. That's basically 100%. All these values are normalized values, so 1.0 is 100%. So let's go over force feedback scale. They sets the level of dynamic force feedback strength of steering wheel. Center spring scale. Now this is kind of interesting. So this one, I know that I typically want it to be a little bit stronger coming back on me. All right. So wheel dampener. So the resistance to the steering wheel. Large value provides a heavy feeling, while lower value light feeling with no resistance. Lowering the value too much can cause steering oscillation. Now, if I remember correctly, we left this setting alone. Mechanical. This setting, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Mechanical trail. Mechanical contribution. Larger value is permanent. Less traction. The larger this value, the less prominent traction will be in understeer. Lower value provides a more prominent understeer feeling. Now, understeer's bad. Understeer is basically when you turn the steering wheel and you keep going straight. It doesn't really respond. So this is telling me that this affects understeer. Larger value, the less prominent the loss of traction will be in understeer, which is curious because not really having an issue with understeering. I'm having an issue with oversteering. But in this case, I want to say in a previous game, we actually had this cut back a bit. Dampener. This resists moving steering wheel. Larger value provides a heavier feeling, while lower value gives you the lighter feeling with no resistance. I want to say that the dampener setting should be low, if I remember correctly, because I don't want it to fight me too much, if that makes sense. The force feedback is going to be what's the actual heaviness. Force feedback, minimum force. Let's see, 40 aggressive tire response, lower heavy feeling, lower values provide a more lighter response curve and lighter. I don't think this really needs to be high on the minimum. Yeah, let's just go with 0.7. Okay, yes, this one I want to say was load sensitivity. Yeah, tire load fluctuations. The lower value produces smoother aligning torque, but provides less of tire load changes. Yes, I think I went to yeah, let's just cut that all the way back. 0.5 is there, cut by 50%. Road field scale. Okay, so road field scale is probably okay at a slightly higher value. Off-road scale is going to be like outrageous in this game. So, and I know that from experience. Since steering sensitivity. Okay, now I remember in the other game I actually had to crank this up. I want to say 1 was a good value. Now, what I don't understand in this game is I don't have a degree rotation. Like I should be able to adjust, 360 versus 180. So what I might do is we're going to do these settings and save them because this looks similar to what we had in Rosa Sport. And let's go back. And remember, we're trying to beat 136, I believe was my fastest light. 136, 137. So if we get the 136, we've done something good. Back, and let's race. Back. Enter event. Solo. Same card. Now this is going to go. Let's start. Let's go. Beautiful map. This Horizon is absolutely amazing. The gameplay. Okay, the steering wheel feels a little arcadish, actually. Yeah, I think I want to turn up one of the settings I need to turn up. Is well, hold on. It's pretty responsive. AI's kicking me out of my line. Well, I'm sorry if I was going too slow for you, sir. Alright, let's see here. Oh man, the bumping is real. The AI is very upset. I am not going fast enough for them, and they are letting me know. Alright, Mr. AI, I'll go faster. I'll go faster. Hey, well, you know what? He'll bump me so many times. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. How about you brake for me? Okay, I was able to get out of that slide pretty good, actually. Oh, the steering wheel is very light feeling, though. It's like way too arcadish. So I need to make it a little stronger. I think it was that setting I had. I was pumping the brakes on that one instead of starting a slide. Why the heck did he turn into me? Very smooth, very clean lines. I think I actually might catch up to the leader in this case. Or maybe not. It's not a very fast car. Maybe I should have went with the Lancer. I think the Lancer had a little bit of acceleration. And yes, I could probably tweak the final gear and get a lot more better acceleration out of this thing. I'm catching up to them, so I'm turning just about right. Second lap, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the first in this case, or beat my original time, 137. I'm getting 143 right now. Of course, the first lap's always the slowest. I'll see what the second lap turns out to be. Brake. Still too light on the steering wheel. It needs to be a little bit heavier. You know what? I got rewind. I'm using it. I don't want one little mistake. It wasn't the steering wheel's fault in this case. It was mine. Not getting that corner right. There we go. You're going to slow down here, and there we go. Probably hear me smashing on the accelerator as I lift up and down. Gotta let off the gas. Alright, this is good. I got some placement. I don't think I'm going to beat my track time though. Well, only 1 second off. That's not bad. I think if I increase the responsiveness of this wheel, because it's kind of loose. It's not real. It's not coming back. I could turn this with my pinky. Okay, it's just not enough force in this case. So there's one of the settings I turned down that made this way too arcadish. And if you can't feel nothing and you don't know when you're really sliding out and when you're not, you want at least a little feedback. Even a gamepad will sit there and not vibrate on you and let you know there's something basically going on as you're sliding out. Okay. Ooh, that's a clean. Whoa, that was just dumb. I know, rewind. But I'm trying to get accurate time here. I get the controller right. This is not the controller doing that. This is me, the steering wheel. I think I just gassed it too much and didn't turn hard enough. Scared I was going to slide out. Alright, I should pass two more here. There's one. I got a brake. It's going to be too late to get any position on them. A little squirrely, come on. There we go, got out of it. Let's go. Okay, I'm making pretty good time. A little slower than the last round. Okay, 138, 137. I'm not going to complain too much, but I need to fix this. This is way too arcadey feeling. The spring and snap is pretty good coming back. Let me continue. All right, one more try, and then we're gonna call it quits because I think we're there almost. It's just a little better. That's all. events, Fiesta Solo. Yeah, no. Can't tune the car. I really wanted to tune this. It just lacks acceleration. Even with the gamepad, I was struggling just trying to catch them up. The car definitely needs to be tuned. Probably just increase the final drive, and that should increase acceleration. Alright, so in this case, let's go to difficulties and settings, advanced controls. Now let's find that setting I turned. I know it's one of these settings I turned down that made it really arcadish. What's it? Off-road feel? No, that's just the little bumps and vibrations you feel. I'll turn that up a little bit. Force feedback, low sensitivity. Well, let's put that to 1. That might have been it. Force feedback, minimum force. I don't think that would have mattered as much. Center spring was good. Force feedback. Let's go to 1.5 on that one. Okay, and then we're going to hit save. It should be a vastly different experience here. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be going from a loose arcade feel of the 90s to probably a lot more realistic feeling, especially with the G Pro here I got. All right. Oh yeah, that little bump jerked my steering pretty good. Oh, yeah, that needs to be turned down. I get bumped by somebody, I am going to lose control of the steering wheel. It's about to jerk my hands out. Which setting? Okay, this is much better on the turn, so I can feel the turn now. Thankfully, which is good. It tells me if I'm. The road feels a little bumpy, but not quite distracting yet. That's probably because we're off-road on the gravel. But it's just shaking my steering. You see how my hands are moving on the steering wheel? That's literally how my hands were moving on the steering wheel. So whereas before it wasn't doing it as much. That's why I was saying it felt a little arcadey, where I just didn't have that feedback. But now that I do have that feedback, it's a little annoying. So we may have to, we might be able to just turn that down actually on the off-road, since we've increased everything else. Now the turning itself feels beautiful. I have nice force feedback. I'm not oversteering as much. Or I should say overcorrecting for the steer because it's so arcadey. I can almost feel when my tires are going to lose contact, which tells me that I need to back off or just do a little counter steer. Alright, there we go. And I'm positioning better actually. I think before I was like an 8th. Okay, let's go. Nice, clean, smooth turn. There we go. I got some position on that one. Oh yes, of course the AI would hit me. Okay. What we need to do is collision. Or maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. Come on, Albert. Albert WCG. WCG. Reporting to you live. It literally sounds like a weather channel. Weather channel guide. Yeah, that's right. WCG. For all your weather channel needs. This is Albert. Oh my god, no. Okay, rewind. I hate rewinding, but I'm not restarting this race. I need to see what time is. Alright. Go, 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 go. Alright, not bad. Start turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass you, Albert. Yep, I think it's just a matter of time because you're going to be slowing down a lot for this coming turn. Because you're going to go way too much to the outside and you're not going to cut inside. Yep. But he's AI, of course. A player would probably not be that far outside. They'd be a lot more closer to the banner. But But Albert, you got some ponies underneath there because you are pulling away. I have this thing pushed to the floorboard. All right, come on, Albert. There we go. I'm trying not to hit you. Don't be doing anything squirrely. All right, holding the line. Got off road. There we go. Brake. I love how the steering wheel is responding. Still not quite at the 137 time mark, but I made a few mistakes last time. I think this this race I should get 137 on this race and first place. I'm not quite at the passing point yet, and if I can stay off the wall, I'll definitely get my time. All right, we just got to focus here. The little rumbling is distracting. Okay, that time I put on the gas at the right time. Now this is where I should pass him and take first. Albert, don't you make me use rewind. Don't you dare. There we go. Come on, gas, 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 gas. Oh, I'm not gonna use a rewind. It's gonna be close. No, he got me. It's like stupid acceleration. I mean, what? I can't do anything about that. It's just I can't accelerate that fast. I'm still about a second to 2 seconds off my mark, but I do like the way it feels. I just need to turn off the rumble on the off-road. So instead of doing it, we're going to restart and then play with the settings again. Okay, one more adjustment of the settings, and then we'll see how it works. I'll try to get first again. Possible situation. All right, his acceleration is killing me. I mean, I should be able to accelerate. Oh, of course, it's locked out. Of course. Let's do a little tire hack here. Lower the pressure, and that should help out a bit on the grip. Not too much worried about acceleration. Let's do here downforce off-road. Don't really care. We could affect acceleration a little bit. Let's see here. Acceleration 0 to 65 seconds. Let's go with speed 4.9. Yeah, not a big difference there. Differential. Okay, so I can do my front and low. So oversteer in a rear. So the higher the rear is, the more predictable it is. This is your drifters. Acceleration on the front gives you a slightly different type of oversteer. So I want to say let's try a little bit more rear basis. Okay, and hit apply. Just a little change there. Let's go to settings and advanced controls. Okay, the off-road skill. I think that's what's causing all those bumps. First free pick load. Which setting is it when they want to ram you and when they want to ram you and it about jerks the freaking steering wheel out of your hands? Which one's that? Yeah. All right, let's hit save. I would have won that race if I just could accelerate a little bit more. We're gonna go. We made a few adjustments just to help us in the turns, and we'll see where it goes from there. This should give us a slightly better turning with a slightly better acceleration. I should have a little easier time. Mr. Albert from WCG Weather Control Group, Weather Channel Guide. Okay, Mr. Albert, where are you? not my turn to pass yet. Yep. A little bump in there, but it didn't take me off too bad. Oh, there he is. Mr. I got a nice acceleration on my car. That's okay. I improved my acceleration on mine now. I should be able to catch up to you. And I got slightly better control in the turns. There we go. Not even slightly phased on that. Okay, now the off-road feels a lot better in this setting. It's still kind of jerking my wheel. You can see it in my hands. But I want to say some of that is the wheel sensitivity. If I just didn't, it just feels so, it feels right. Does that make sense? Not too heavy. I'm not using a lot of muscles to turn. I think there's one setting I need to do that would vastly improve this. And I'm going to go to the G Hub and I'm going to change some of its settings to basically make the steering wheel a lot more responsive in a lower range. So basically, I'm going to take it from a 1080 down to probably a 360 like I did in Forza Motorsports. Now the issue with doing that is that now I'm changing the base driver and making it down to a 360. I'm wondering in Forza Motorsports, since I have that setting at 360, that would make the entire range of the that would cut the entire range of the joystick maybe, or maybe that setting overrides it so it doesn't matter what it is. But I'm not worried about motors. I'm not worried about motorsport right now. We're doing Forza Horizon. And I hope that you guys, that if y'all got a simulator and you've been really disappointed in its performance, try going back to your gamepad. Do use muscle memory. I've been doing that a lot too. I'm watching my hands. I'm pretending my feet is my trigger, um, and I'm seeing what I'm doing in muscle memory when I'm racing with the gamepad, and then I'm mimicking that with this controller as best I can. And it's actually helped me out a bunch. Mr. Albert WCG, are you using nitro in that thing? I think we need to do under the hood check because you are just pulling away like you know. There we go. Finally. Now I just got to play defense. Yes, you are faster than me, and I'm not that kind to let you pass me. Because I just think it's unfair. You have a bottle of nitro. I do not. Because you are kicking in that nitro in the straights and just like blowing past me. I don't even know how. I didn't really get a better time that last round, but of course I was fighting AI. Yeah, Mr. Albert, you are trying to your best to pass me. Guess what? I'm not going to make it easy for you. Oh, I see you in my rear mirror. Oh yeah, you're coming up. You're going to catch me on the straight, but guess what? It's a short turn. You don't do very good on turns. All right, there we go, there we go. All right, I'm really liking the feel of the steering wheel. Let's go. That was orange, and I did not lose control. Nice. Yes, I like these settings. I think this might be my fastest lap here. See here, probably 140. So maybe a little slower, but a lot better on the control. That might have been the changes I did to the car. No, 139. That's not bad. Still about 2 seconds off from my gamepad controller. Now I am kind of curious. Well, no, we'll just leave it like this. I do like the setting, and then we're going to hit continue, and then we're going to do one more test, and that's going to be one more test, and that's going to be with this car. Well, let's see here. Do we have time? Let's see here. Well, if y'all want to stick around, this is basically the end of the test. This is just me showing you how I laid out some tests for the steering wheel. The only test I would like to do now, if y'all want to stay with me on this video, is we're going to do the same race. We're going to up the ponies, and we're going to tune the car. And then what we're going to do is we'll come right back here. Fortunately, we always have to travel to our garage to tune, which is just or the festival. So, in upgrading tuning, it's not really that bad. I watched many videos, and I think I've played almost every Horizon that came out. So here you want to go to custom upgrade. Now, now I'm at B600, right? I could make this thing probably an S2, right? I don't really want an S2. I want it to be, I would like for it to stay B class because the races, how do you say that, more consistent and easier. The higher up you go in your class, the harder the races become, the harder the competition, which is fine. And if you're learning slowly the game, and I'm learning slowly the steering wheel, for example, this is exactly where I want to be. If I want to play in the gamepad, I would probably be playing the S1 or S2 area. But right now, I'm not ready for that. So let's go to A700. Okay, let's just add enough power to get that acceleration curve line up. Everything's going up, you know, and then boom, boom, boom. Usually this is enough to get the acceleration up to, competition levels without going too crazy. Now here you have to be careful because that's going to launch you into the S1 realm. So we don't really want that just yet. We got weight reduction and other stuff we can do, but for right now, that's nice. As you see, all these are kind of also helping us with the, there we go, 696. See, we didn't have to change the engine. We just put some performance enhancements on it. Now rims, we should have increased our acceleration fairly good. The only other acceleration I could think of is we could probably get rid of these and drop the points a bit. Or just, what is that? A bumper, really? Okay, so, yeah, but I want to sacrifice the handling. Well, that's curious. Well, yeah, we'll just stay there. What else can we do? Well, tire compound. Okay, do we have installed? Rally installed. Well, that's good. It's a rally car. Um, Good to know that we have the actual tire. We also got off-road, but no, we're going to keep rally. Now we actually have extra wides. This actually kind of helped us a bunch in our steering. So we're going to leave that on. What else did I do? I think I actually widened the gap here. Did I? If I not, I should probably. Yes, because the wider the front, the better of course your control, especially for oversteering. Um, you can also widen the back; it doesn't hurt, or you can leave it the same. In this case, yeah, it's just a nice little add-on. More tire touching the road. Rim size. Let's see here. We can go with a bigger rim. That does affect our acceleration, which I really don't want to do. It doesn't seem to affect it that much. And honestly, who would do a rally car with, yeah, rubber bands? No, just you feel every bump on the road. It'd be ridiculous. Okay, suspension. Let's see if we can get a little bump. And handling. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. Rally springs. Yes. Why is that 6.1 and that's, well, oh no. Why does it lower my handling? Sometimes I think these numbers are off. The rally springs really should help my handling. And of course, what came stock was better. Yeah. We do kind of want our options to tune, right? It's not really changing our power factor very much. Um, Perfect. Okay, now you see that? Boom, 5.9 handling. It adds weight, so that's going to give me a better bite. I think that's the reason why. Um, wow, look at that, 9.4. Okay, so A700, perfect, all right? So we're going to go back, install parts. Now here's the thing. Now we're going to adjust the tuning. Right, so we increased our acceleration, we increased everything. Now we haven't really changed our tuning much. So now we're going to go to custom tuning. How do we do this? Now I've read many different videos. We've already lowered the default air pressure. We're going to lower it just a little bit more. Okay. Um, I didn't put a racing transmission in, so I'm not going to too much worry about that. My acceleration has like 3.2. I think before it was like 4. I think it was like 4 something. All right, so improved it by quite a bit. Camber. Now we're going to lower this down to 1.5%. We don't want to go super crazy with it. And then this is going to be increased to max. All right, toe in and toe out. I'm not going to mess with this one too much right now. And if you do, you do. It's very small increments. We could probably actually the tires in front. Yeah, let's do a little bit more on the front. Springs. Let's do a little bit softer on the back. Since we have so much acceleration on the back, we don't need it. Probably need a little stiffer on the back. Well, it's rally, so let's do this. 420. Okay, arrow. We do want it soft, of course. So ride height is fine, but we could probably get a little bit better speed and acceleration going lower. Let's see. And 191.99. No, it doesn't really affect it at all. Aero efficiency didn't even change. We're not really changing it much. Nope. All right. Leave that. Rebound stiffness and bump stiffness. We do want it to be a little softer, but honestly, I need a little rigid on rally, not too much. Let's go with a little softer on the front, so my front tires stay in contact. And let's do a little softer on the back, so they stay in contact. Aero, that's fine. We're going to keep it on speed. It's fine. And yeah, exactly. Most of the power is going to the rear. Let's go to 90. There we go. That would make sense, right? 10% on the front, 90 on the back. Shouldn't always be a derivative of 100%, right? So I actually might have been robbing myself of power. All right, let's go to apply. Yes. All right, one more race, and that's it. This is tuned. Let's do a little practice run here in the rain, no less. Oh wow, yeah, the acceleration much better. Of course, we went up a class by over 100 points. Nice. 114 taking that turn was like nothing. All right. Just gonna have to brake on this one. A little drag strip. Oh, I've been wanting this car. How much is it? Yeah, why not? All right. I'll start a car. I'll play with that later. All right. Now, Mr. Albert from the WCG. Let's see if you can see how your acceleration is here. I know this is going to be much better than what we were doing, but we're in A class now. Maybe we won't be. Probably be a different AI player. So let's go back to the world map. I ain't worried about the drag strip. One last test. Fast travel. Yes. All right, last race. If y'all stuck with the video right here, this should be a good. I should most definitely get better time than 137, along with the win. But you'll see that the AI is going to be a lot more difficult since we went up in class, and with the car maybe even harder to control. But let's see if all the settings I've done on the steering wheel have worked. It should grade up with the faster car. We also did some slight tweaks. All right, there we go. Nice and smooth. Stayed on the road. I was in the orange. Not quite bright enough to do the red just yet. Sometimes cars can handle the red just fine. But this car right now is handling the orange perfect. There we go, a little correction. All right. Yeah, a lot more speed in the turn. Yeah, I am. This car is definitely faster than it was. Okay. I thought the bumps were going to give me more problems than the steering wheel. It's not. It's only well good. Got a little sloppy on the steering wheel there. That's my fault. All right, coming around. Let's go. Now, the way I got the rear acceleration, it is causing me to have that oversteer that I'm having to correct a lot. So what I might do is turn up the front acceleration, and yeah, I might take that up to like, let's do a 30 uh, 30-70 split. See how that feels, because right now that oversteer is killing me in some of these turns. This is a rally car, not a drift car, and this is not a drifting race. So I need to maintain. That was an understeer issue. Me braking too late. Oversteer. All right. Okay, 132. Well, that definitely improved my time. But again, I'm going a lot faster. And so are they. I kind of figured that with the... I'm going to try this with the gamepad. Um, I knew I was going to get faster after the tuning. I just didn't think I'd be this far behind. But then again, I'm also racing terrible. I mean, I'm hitting every wall just about. That's not helping. If I just make this a little cleaner. I'm just trying to take the turns faster than them. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. Yeah, I think I might be able to take first. Just got a little bit overcome them. Just a little bit. One last lap to do it. Where is Albert? Albert, where's your acceleration? Are you in first? Who's in first? Ultra clean. As soon as I get it, I hit a car. That's hilarious. Ultra clean. Well, not now. I think that driver would have something to say about that. Yeah, there goes my ultra clean. Just hit the wall. Oh no, I got somebody else in front. Who is that? The average lizard. Hey, there we go. I'm glad it's the average lizard, not the expert lizard, because he'd be whooping my butt right now. All right. Average lizard. Does that mean he has road age? The lizard ego? All right. I think I missed that flag. Yeah, I sure did. No, I got the power pole. This is my last chance to overtake. Got to make it count. Yeah, it didn't. But much faster times, better control. But right now, this is not a problem with the steering wheel. This is a problem with the power distribution in the tune. So in this case, I'm going to do one more tune. Let's do a restart. Yes. And we're going to see a huge difference when we do this, I think. So we're going to convert what's going to happen is I'm going to have probably understeer issues versus oversteer issues. But man, the oversteer issues were killing me that game. So let's go to difficulty and settings, advanced controls, and not you actually. What am I thinking? I need to go to tuning. Let's go to race, tune car, and then we're going to go to differential. Right now, we're going to pick up this acceleration to. Can they both be 100%? Really? Let's try it. Why not? I thought it was a split between 100%, so it says I'm gonna have equal distribution on front and rear. What could possibly happen? I mean, the rear is so much lighter than the front. What could possibly happen? We're about to find out. Maybe just, well, that was actually pretty solid. No understeer or oversteer there, but then again, Mr. Joe Blow Bumper slowed me down. Oh, nice coming off the line. Little oversteering, and we kind of locked up there. There's not much I could do. But you really gotta get out of the way, Lancer. Totally my fault, though. I mean, I should have backed off. All right. Okay, nice little slide control back in. Okay. It's a little bit more slidey. But I'm getting good pickup right after the turn. It was better than it was before. Yeah, we're not even in the second lap, and I'm almost in third or fourth. What am I, sixth? I kind of miss my friend Albert, WCG. All right, let's see here. Final Vance, Max Soda. Whoa. Braked a little bit late. Oh, y'all got really good accelerations. I should have just went with the Lancer. This is not one of the top Mitsubishis either. I saw one of these for sale the other day. It was the STI. It was but it wasn't it was a bad year for it, if I remember correctly. The acceleration on it was like 1 second slower than what came out. So the value of it dropped. But this dealership was selling it for like $10,000 more than it was worth. I was like, really? Well, it has low miles. I was like, yeah, but even with the miles being low, it's not worth that much. And they were selling at basically the same price you could probably buy M2 at the same year model. I mean, honestly, would you want an M2 or Subaru? Okay, this is surprising. Am I getting better lap? Oh yeah, I'm getting better lap times. It's not an issue with the laps. It's just the AI is doing extremely well, and I'm doing extremely poor. One of the two. It's just not the right car. I have to get a different car. I know it. It just get some driving skill and some practice and a better car. But these cars are just pulling away from me in the fronts. And it's not so much they're taking the turns better. They're clearly not. It's just, wow, they break away even when I'm approaching them. Oh no, that was definitely my fault. Hit the wall. Okay, yeah, see, I got that turn right. I got good acceleration right here. And watch, they start pulling away from me. My pedal is to the metal, and they are pulling away. Average lizards, not so much. Oh, he's gonna brake early, and I'm gonna try to take onto it. There we go. Stuck it. See, yeah, he just, what the? Yeah, he has like about 10 mile per hour lead on me right there. Every single stupid time. I gotta see what he's driving. All right, this is the last race, guys. Thank y'all for sticking around for this. If y'all are interested in keep watching, sure, I'll do one more race with a different car. Let's see what he got. He got a Lancer, just what I thought. That's okay. I knew that was gonna happen. All right, so here continue. Yep, figures. All right. A gift drop. What? All right, let's see here. Let's go. Now, what cars do I have? I could do this. Well, no, the video's long enough, guys. Anyways, I need to. I'll pick this up next. Actually, I'll make another video on it. All right, finally. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all were able to adjust your steering wheel and get some settings down. And I'll go more in depth with tuning. I'm still learning it myself. So thank y'all so much. Goodbye. If you like the content, subscribe, like, or not. Anyways, thank you.